Hey guys, and welcome back to Shadow Gaming. Well, today it's more like shadow theorizing. Oh, okay, forgive me for the joke. Because today is me. Uh, Forgive me if you hear dogs barking in the background. But today, I'm taking some things we know are facts, or rather, we pretty much assume are facts in the Fnaf timeline. And I'm gonna prove them completely wrong using science. Actually, no, probably only the last one for science. It's essentially like that video I did with the Fnaf books, but it's different. I'm rethinking stuff from the games. So the first thing and all these things I rethought when I was thinking about something that wasn't scientifically right, or something in character design I thought was odd. Heck, I've had to rethink the whole FNAF timeline 13 times just from looking at character designs. Wait, no, let me count again. There's that time. There's the time. Here's that. Okay. Never mind, I was wrong. It was 12 times, not 13. Sorry. So, the first out of the three things that we pretty much know are fact is Golden Freddy's ability to teleport. Now, the ones, none of these I think are 100% the right answer. For example, I still think Golden Freddy has the ability to teleport. But the question I have is, does Golden Freddy actually teleport in order to get into the FNAF 1 office? Because in FNAF 1, we know Golden Freddy can get into the office when both the doors are closed. And here's the first solution I have. If Golden Freddy doesn't teleport, this is the first solution. Simply, there's a vent that he climbs through and then enters your office and sits there and gives you the spooks. Simple as that. Or he is simply standing behind you the entire game, then randomly he'll decide to walk in front of you, then sit down. Or he's literally a ghost. Because I'm pretty sure Golden Freddy's not an actual physical being in FNAF 1 or FNAF 2. So he could literally just walk through the doors. He doesn't have to teleport, he could just walk through the doors and sit down in front of the desk. This one isn't really that important. The ones from the further I go on, the more important they'll get. So number one isn't that important. Now here's the second one that we pretty much know isn't 100% fact. That the animatronics from Sister Location formed together to create the animatronic now known as Ennard. Which, to anybody who's read the books, would know that couldn't have been more wrong. It turns out that, according to the books, it's been revealed that we were wrong. The Ennard was not made from the endoskeletons of the other Funtime animatronics. No, Ennard was made from the endoskeletons of Ennard is the meltdown endoskeletons of the animatronic from FNAF 1. And the thing that makes me think that, remember how earlier I said Golden Freddy is just a ghost? After reading the books, I discovered I was wrong. Golden Freddy is a physical being, which means he shouldn't be able to teleport or walk through the doors. The reason is because in the books, It's the melted down endoskeletons of. Ennard's described as the melted down endoskeletons of the 5 original Freddy's characters, not 4, 5. Which means Golden Freddy does have an endoskeleton, which means he does actually exist, which I found interesting. So, because Ennard is melted down endoskeletons of the Fnaf 1 animatronics, and then William Afton used the soul metal remnant from the extracted metal from Ennard to make the different Funtime animatronics. So this whole time, what we've been thinking was completely opposite from the truth. Now this one isn't as surprising because anyone who's read the books would know this. But this third one, the third thing I'm talking about, is so utterly shocking, and it make me rethink the complete Fnaf timeline. I'm trying to think of the words to describe it right now. Give me a sec. When I was looking through character designs, I found one thing that was really odd about Springtrap. Where's the bones? Springtrap literally has no bones. Besides the endoskeleton. I mean, real bones. And, well, actually, it wasn't that. What originally got me thinking is, why is there still parts of the body left in Springtrap? It would have all rotted. Literally, it would have all rotted away, because apparently FNAF 3 takes 30 years after FNAF 1, so they probably should have rotted. The only thing that wouldn't have rotted is the bones. But then I figured it out. The answer to that one was because he was in a completely sealed room, so the rotting wouldn't happen as quickly. But that's not the thing that's shocking. Time for the utterly shocking biggest reveal. What if FNAF 3 actually took place after FNAF 6? Do you hear that noise? It's the sound of people's minds being blown because of one tiny character detail. The tiniest it's almost like the why was the Chica toy missing its beak from FNAF 4 levels of huge. This is massive. So utterly important. So here, let me go to normal. This is Springtrap's design. As you can see, you don't see any bones. Look at Scraptrap. Or actually, no, it's not bones. Springtrap doesn't have flesh. Look at Scraptrap. That is clearly skin. Now, I can hear you guys already starting to type in the comments. But Shadow Gaming, that's bone, not skin. And you're wrong. You would have been right, except for this one patch of the area. That right there is under this layer right here. There's no, and that's not brain, that's muscle. And muscle is not underneath your skull, the last time I checked. So, well, technically the brain's a muscle and an organ, but that is not what a brain looks like. That is what muscle tissue looks like. So, that pretty much outright proves that FNAF 3 actually has to take place after the events of FNAF 6, because the last time I checked, you can't grow skin back. I mean, you can, but if you don't have any skin, you can't grow skin back. So think about what this means. It means everybody's idea of the timeline has been shattered, exploded, turned to dust. The only reason I can think of FNAF 6 actually taking place after FNAF 3 is if Scrap Trap and Spring Trap are actually two different people. Yeah, that might have to go in a theory for another time because, well, first thing is the Spring Trap suit. Why does Scrap Trap's suit look so much different than Spring Trap's? And this is what got my brain thinking. What if Michael Afton was actually Springtrap from FNAF 3, but William Afton is Scrap Trap from FNAF 6? And what got me thinking about this is the characters' names in Ultimate Custom Night. Let me just boot up the game. Look at Springtrap. Springtrap is, well, called Springtrap. But look at Scrap Trap. Scrap Trap in this game is called Afton. Why wouldn't they also name Springtrap Afton? Or call Scrap Trap Scrap Trap? Every other character has their name the same as their name in the game. Okay, that was really hard for me to say. But everybody's name is consistent with the name that they're called in the games. Except for one, and that's Afton. So this got me extremely confused over what does this mean? But every time I've seen a timeline, it's always been very different compared to what the timeline would be now. If we were to say the time FNAF 3 actually takes place after FNAF 6, then it would pretty much throw off the timeline. Because FNAF 3 Springtrap, give me a sec, I need to work for a second. So, I'm very confused. And I'm sure any theorist, such as Matt Pat from Game Theory, and that's about all I know, would be surprised by this revelation. Because the only way to explain this is if either FNAF 3 takes place after FNAF 6, or Springtrap and Scrap Trap are two different people. Oh, another small detail is this Scrap Trap actually has feet, while Springtrap from FNAF 3 has endoskeleton feet. Well, Scrap Trap has the suit feet. Tiny detail, but probably important. And whenever I've seen a FNAF animation, they've always explained it away as, oh, all of the Springtrap suit from FNAF 3 got burned off, and oh, it seems that the endoskeleton of Springtrap has found a new suit. Blah blah blah. That's always what I've seen in animations. Always. So this is huge. I'm sure your mind has been blown by today's episode. So, I'm Shadow Gaming, and that was some things you might not have noticed about the FNAF that was the FNAF timeline rethought. I've rethought everything we've known because of these 3 revelations. And the first 2 I'm pretty sure have been noticed, but the third one, I've never seen or heard anybody talk about this online or in real life. Not that I can actually go up to people and ask them right now because of the virus that must not be named. I'm Shadow Gaming. Goodbye.